With the rising number of new COVID-19 cases and the restrictions in the indoor gathering, as well as the potential curfews, you might be asking yourself, is real estate a good investment right now? I'll have the answers for you as we review the Toronto housing market update for the month of October right after this. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lei Villar-Cisneros, your real estate go-to resource in the Greater Toronto Area. And I post videos about Toronto living and real estate every Thursday. If you're new to this channel, subscribe now and don't forget to hit the bell so that you will be notified as soon as a new video is uploaded. Today we're going to analyze the recent housing market statistics in the Greater Toronto Area for the month of October. We will also compare the sales transaction and the average sales price as it happened last year and as we compare it to the statistics in September. We will also look at the months of inventory so we will know what the sales trends are so that we can predict where the market is heading. Stick around up to the end and I will show you why you should be putting your money in real estate right now. For the month of October, we have seen a continuous demand in the detached market segment. Compared to October last year, we've seen a 25% increase in the sales transaction this year at 10,563 transactions, and we're talking about buying and selling from 8,445 last year. New listing as predicted is higher this year compared to last year at 17,802 listings compared to last year at 13,503. This is a 36.4% high. And this can be attributed to what's going on around us right now, like some homeowners are having difficulty paying their bills and their mortgages, so they have to go to selling it. Active listings are a 12.6 increase at 17,330 from 15,375 last year. The property days on the market this year is much less compared to last year, from 33 days to 24 days. So as you see, homes are selling below 30 days right now. Now let's compare October from September sales figures. We know from the past that as the weather changes and becomes colder, real estate tends to cool down a little bit as well. Is it the same thing this year? Let's find out. October's total transactions is at 10,563 while we had 11,062 in September. So as we see, that's the same trend that's happening right now. So it's in the normal trend. But the average sales price in October has gone up compared to September from 960,712 to $968,318 in October. Now let's look at inventories. Why are they important and why are we measuring it? So inventories, for example, if we are to keep whatever listings there are in the market and we are not going to add new ones, we will kind of measure how many months will those inventories be completely sold. For October of 2020, it will take 1.7 months to sell all the available houses in the market for the Greater Toronto Area. Why is it important? When the inventory is below 3 months, that means that the seller is in control of the market, or that's what we call the seller's market. Now, when the inventories goes higher between 4 and 6 months, we call that as the balance market. Now, as the number of inventories goes over 6 months, then the power will shift from the seller to the buyer. So that means that there will be more homes on the market. The buyers will have plenty of homes to choose from. So then the negotiation power shifts to the buyer, or what we call the buyer's market. In the condo market, however, we've seen more listings that came up in October. The reason being, a lot of these condo properties are being rented. And as we know what happened during the COVID season, we are still in the COVID season, is that some of these renters have lost their jobs, so they won't be able to pay their rent. And with all the rent freeze, with the protection or that you cannot evict your tenants, then more and more investors, especially those novice investors, are getting scared to stay on the market because they might not have any rental money for a few months. We don't know how long this COVID will gonna be. If this is their only source of income, or if they are also holding another property, then they might be having to resort to borrowing money to pay for the extra mortgage that they have to pay for that property. Some of our investors are probably afraid to get the headache, so they are selling their properties right now. Even though we have a lot more inventories or more listings in the condo segment, we've seen that there are a lot of first-time new buyers who would like to get into the home ownership, and thus it creates more demand as well. So even if it's a slower and there's more inventory, that means that the average sales price has been steady or it has gone up a little bit. That means this is your perfect timing, first-time home buyers, if you're looking to get into the home ownership and you have tighter budget. Should you wait a little bit longer and see how the market is going? I would say don't, because as you know, the Pfizer vaccine is already being tested and they said that it's already 90% effective. So we might see the vaccine coming into our country sometime in the beginning of the year next year. That means more and more people will be able to get their jobs back and more businesses will come back in the market, and that means what? Higher real estate again. We could never tell. We don't know what the future is, but that's where the trend is going right now. Unless investors will just park their money in their mattresses right now, the market, the stock market or the mutual market is kind of volatile right now. So, a lot of novice investors would not jump in and put their money there. But it's still, real estate is a safer investment for them, because if you hold your investment here and you can pay your mortgage, then it will come back. In summary, we said last month that there will be more new listings that are coming into the market as the deferral program has come to an end. And we did see a lot of new listings that has come into the market. However, there are still a lot of buyers that has not gone and bought a house, and they are waiting for the time for it to go down. But because it's already October and they've seen this is not coming up, so they kind of take the plunge. So there's still the demand in there, and that is pushing the prices up. Overall, the year-over-year sales transactions as well as the average sales price of homes in the Greater Toronto has gone up over the last 10 years. Now, if we look at the stats from 2008 to 2018, we've seen that homes' average sales price in 2008 is just below $400,000. Fast forward 10 years in 2018, we've seen the houses are kind of close to below $800,000. So that's about doubling the prices. Now, during that time, if you bought a house, you might have put in a down payment of 5%, which is about $20,000 only. Or you could have had a zero down payment at that time. Power of leverage, you had $20,000 investment and now it's about $800,000. You are also putting mortgage payments, which is kind of equivalent to your rental payment. Okay, let's factor in and add that. So approximately in the last 10 years, you would have put about $50,000 to your mortgage. So let's be conservative and let's put $100,000 investment total from that 10 years. So $800,000 minus $100,000 that you put in and the $300,000 mortgage, you will still come up with $400,000 profit. Where in the world will you get an investment that if you put in $20,000 at first and then you put in 1,000 every month will come up with a profit of about $300,000 to $400,000 only in real estate. If you live in that house and that is considered your primary residence, that profit is tax-free. Now that you know everything you need to know about investing in real estate, check out my other video about rent versus buy and see if in today's market that would still hold true. My name is Lei Villar-Cisneros with Right at Home Realty, and if you or someone you know is looking to move anywhere in the Greater Toronto area, give us a call, text, or email us, whatever works for you, and we'll make your moving experience a breeze. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next Thursday. Bye for now. Don't forget to share.